Peep this out, guys. It's E&K back again with another one for you. This time headed into KFC to check out their value price pot pie as part of their $5 fill-up meals. That's right, guys, and since I've never had one of these pot pies, I'm definitely scratching this one off the bucket list today. So let's hit that drive-thru and set ourselves up.
Yes, would you like to try one of the pot pie $5 fill-up?
You know, peep this out, I would. Let me go for the $5 fill-up with the pot pie and the cookie, and I'll go for a Diet Pepsi for the drink, please.
Okay, anything else for you today?
Oh, no, that's it.
Okay, then just it'll be on the way. Thank you.
Great, thanks. It's not a bad deal for $5, right? Hey.
Hi, I have a combo number 9548.
Yes. Thank you. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. See ya. All right, guys. It's an iconic Colonel Classic here at KFC. Let's peep this out. It's an iconic classic just like the Colonel himself, guys. Warm yourself from the inside with their signature recipe pot pie. And I gotta say, I was not expecting it to be this large when I ordered this, guys. This is actually a pretty nice deal for the money already at $5. Take a look at the size of it compared to my hand. This is a very, very wide pot pie featuring a nice golden, crispy, flaky crust on the very top. It's looking like it's cooked pretty nicely. And it houses all the good stuff that we're gonna get into in just a second here. But for the $5 promo price, you're getting a freshly baked cookie, which is apparently just like Colonel Grandma used to make, which is very cool, along with a drink to go with here. But let's crack the top on this and see exactly what is on the inside. I've got my trusty fork here, and we are just gonna go for it. So, wow, nicely crispy, nicely flaky. I'm just gonna go right down the middle here, and we are gonna lift this up and take a closer look at it. A savory sauce is on the inside of this one, along with diced potatoes, peas, carrots, and of course some of their world famous chicken. And I'm very excited to give this a go. Like I said, it's my first time giving this one a shot here. Let's get into it right now, guys. It's the chicken pot pie as part of the $5 fill-ups here at KFC. Let's peep out this flavor. This metal tin it comes in is super hot right now, guys, but I wanted to give you an idea on exactly how much of that crust is sticking out the top, and as you can see, it is a pretty large covering on top of this pot pie. Let's get into this. Back in the box this one goes, guys. The heat is real on it for sure. And the flavor on it is pretty real as well. This is a very, very savory sauce, just like they say, guys. It really feels like it's gonna stick to your bones pretty nicely. It's not overly salty, but it's almost like a chicken type of gravy there, as you'd expect it to be because it's KFC. But I have to say, I'm really digging the overall feeling of the potatoes overall with that sauce. It really goes well. Haven't really got too much chicken yet, but I did get some carrots and some of the peas. Pretty nice combo so far, along with the flaky crust. There it is. I'm kind of digging around here just a little bit because I'm not really getting too much chicken. I'm getting a few little pieces in here, but it's more of the sauce and the veggies than anything else. Let me see if I can scoop up a little bit and give you a close-up. It looks like they're using the shredded chicken variety in the inside of this pot pie along with that sauce, and I think it's the diced potatoes that are adding more of the bulk than anything else on top of the thickly cut carrots and the peas. It's a nice combo, but a lot of doughy crust on the very bottom of this is mixing in all together. I just wish the flavor was a little richer. It's not overly bland, but it needs like just a little bit more salt, just a little bit to make everything else pop. I can't really hate on it too much because, like I said, the size is pretty awesome for what you get here, guys, and there's plenty of food in this pot pie that I think that'll satisfy you. Overall, though, that flaky crust on the very top of this is a major highlight, and considering it's the first thing you see when you pop the top on this box, I would expect it to stand out at least somewhat in flavor, if not appearance. It really does a good job of melding with all the other flavors in here. A light butteriness that it's adding overall is really working pretty nicely for it as well. It's just so super crispy and flaky, as you saw in the initial close-up when I cracked the top the very first time, and I have to say that really is one of the highlight pieces of this one because the experience just makes it that much more fun to eat. And the doughiness and the smoothness of all the ingredients mixes very nicely with the crispness of that crust also. One more quick shot on the inside of this one with the dome cracked on the very top, guys. As you can see, it is very dense, very thick on the inside, and there's plenty of filling to go around. It is very hearty, so if you've got the appetite for this one, your $5 should go a long way to satisfying you, especially if you're in the mood for a pot pie. But of course, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Have any of you already had this iconic classic from the Colonel in the past? And if you have, how excited are you that it's part of the $5 fill-up meals right now? Drop those comments down below, along with your overall impression of what you thought of this one based upon my review today. And as for my overall score, I'm gonna have to give the pot pie as part of the $5 fill-ups here at KFC pretty solid. 8 out of 10. It's most definitely a smooth, hearty, and dense pot pie, and while I do wish the flavor was just a little bit more pronounced, maybe with a little bit more salt, what you are getting here, guys, is something that should satisfy pretty nicely for the money. In addition to the cookie and the drink, this should fill you up if you can kill it in one sitting, and I do recommend this just for the flakiness of the crust alone. That was pretty awesome. And those are my thoughts on one of the latest $5 fill-up promos here at KFC as we close out another episode of Peep This Out, guys. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel, so while you stay tuned for that next review coming real soon, in the meantime, stay frosty. So how are these freshly baked cookies that are just like Colonel Grandma used to make? Well, I never met her, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. Let's just give it a shot. Definitely warm, soft, chocolatey with just the right amount of sweetness. Score 1 for Colonel Grandma. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon.